The Festival of Lights event in Pokemon Go is starting on Tuesday at 10 a.m. and we're going to go over the top tips, tricks, and expert strategies to make sure you max out fully on this event in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go. Tuesday, November 7th at 10 a.m. all the way until Sunday, November 12th at 8 p.m. The Festival of Lights event is going down, and this is based around India's Festival of Lights. So there are going to be a little bit of bonuses, not too much for that specific region, but most importantly, we're all going to experience an event as well, which is very exciting for all of us. The event bonuses will include 2x Hatch Candy, 2x Hatch Stardust, and Incense, except Adventure Incense, will double in its duration. Okay, so we do have a couple of good bonuses here that will be one of my top tips that I will cover here in a second before we go into everything about this event. But most importantly, guys, we are getting shiny Morelull, which will be released in Pokemon Go during this event time. So we have 2 brand new shinies with the evolution that you are going to have. And Tadbulb will also be getting released with Belly Bolt, and it's going to take 50 candy to be able to do this evolution. And we are going to have showcases, spawns, Incense Encounters, as well as field research, which are all going to be part of our tips. But my top tip that we're going to focus on overall in this event is going to be the Hatch Stardust, especially if you're a paid-to-play player or if you're just doing some grinding. The reason being is we're getting 2x Hatch Stardust, which means if you guys didn't check out my Mexico video vlog, you want to check it out up there because we're getting 2x Hatch Stardust and using 12 12-kilometer eggs, which you can do by just grinding out grunts and beating leaders, stacking up 12 of them and hatching them all at the exact same time on a star piece. You guys are going to yield in and around 160 to 180,000 Stardust on one round of those eggs, which is very impressive. Not only that, guys, we have the brand new shiny Bellsprout, and we also have, most importantly, my favorite, the shiny Dratini that is coming from Cliff. And Shadow Dragonite is an extremely valuable attacker in the game, and it's extremely strong, and it does compete with some of the legendaries, and it is more or less a budget counter because we don't need to pay for the XL candy to be able to get there. We've already had multiple com days for this Dratini, so we should have more than enough Dragonite XL candy if you guys have been following my tips. So that is going to be most important, but we are also going to cover everything else, starting off with spawns in tip number 1. These spawns are going to include Pikachu, Vulpix, Ponyta, Magnemite, Voltorb, as well as Chinchou, Mareep, Slugma, Electrike, as well as Litwick. So there's a bunch of really good spawns in here. All of them do have shinies. And then if you're lucky, we have Morelull, which can be a shiny now. And then we have the Tadbulb. Okay, so the Tadbulb is going to be a brand new Pokemon, but it does not have a shiny. And as far as these Pokemon go, we obviously have the Mareep, but the Comday Classic for Mareep is coming up in the near future. So we don't need to worry too much about this Pokemon, but it does go into Mega Ampharos. The reason why I like Mega Ampharos is it's a electric and a dragon type, so it does have a unique Mega level 3 to be able to get XL candy from that Pokemon, so that's why I value that. As far as meta attackers, there's really not too many out there, but let's focus on what we do have for the PvP Pokemon. Starting at the top, we do have the Lantern, ranked 67 in the Great League, with Spark, Surf, and Thunderbolt at a 0, 13, 14. And with the exact same moveset, XL Candied added, we are going to be at 76 in the Ultra League. All 100% IVs, and you can take that one Best Buddied all the way to level 51 for maximal efficiency. And in the Great League, if you guys are wondering, the Belly Bolt is actually ranked 197, but in the Ultra League, it's ranked 67 with Thundershock, Discharge, and Zap Cannon. This Pokemon is going to be an all-electric type Pokemon. The 100% IVs for PvP for the Ultra League is a 0, 15, 15 at level 42, so you will need a little bit of XL candy, so using some type of Mega might help you out here, even though that's really not that much XL candy here. This Pokemon actually maxes out at 3010 with an attack of 184, a defense of 165, and a stamina of 240, which makes it pretty tanky and well served in that Ultra League spot. It's only going to have one weakness, which is going to be ground, and it will resist electric, flying, and steel, but everything else will hit it normal, which is kind of a disadvantage. Its moveset will be Thundershock and Water Gun, and its charge moves will be Discharge, Parabolic Shock, and Zap Cannon. And obviously the Morelull, if you can get that shiny, important, please do that, but if you cannot, we will have a little bit more opportunity in field research and 7-kilometer eggs, which we're going to start in tip 2. Here we're covering the research. So we have catch 5 Pokemon, which could be 5 Pokeballs, 3 Great Balls, 3 Raspberries, or 2 Pineapple Berries. We can send a gift with a sticker for a Darumaka encounter, 100% IV at 618. We can walk 1 kilometer for a Morelull encounter at 442. We can spin 10 Pokestops or gyms for a Morelull or a Tadbulb, 442 on that Morelull, 390 for the Tadbulb, or hatch 2 eggs for the Tadbulb. And if you're gonna do this, please stack up on 3 of these, hatch a 2-kilometer egg or whatever that's gonna be for you and go for there. But there's also a research as well. We have spin 30 Pokestops for an Incense, catch 30 Electric-type Pokemon for an Hisuian Voltorb. We have catch 30 Fire-type Pokemon for the Hisuian Growlithe, explore 5 kilometers for the Tadbulb, use an Incense for the Morelull, hatch 15 different species of Pokemon for a Magmar, and hatch 4 eggs for a Dedenne for a grand total rewards of an Alolan Raichu, 3000 XP, and a t-shirt. And that's gonna be how you get that, which will then lead us into tip 3. Here we're talking about the Incense. Reminder, it's gonna go for a grand total of 2 hours, which is pretty cool. But more importantly, we're gonna get specific Pokemon attracted to the Incense, which will include Alolan Geodude, Hisuian Voltorb, which does not have a shiny, Slugma, Volbeat, Illumise, Blitzel, Litwick, Litleo, Dedenne, Morelull, as well as Tadbulb. So if you want more encounters with the Morelull and the Tadbulb, you will be able to do it through the Incense. However, at the same time, just be cautious that, you know, they're sharing the spawns with a bunch of other Pokemon, so they may not be the most common Pokemon. But if you want more wild encounters, this is a way to do it, and 2 hours for an Incense is pretty efficient. Just make sure you're walking, because if you do it when you're standing still, you're not going to be really getting any spawns here. And as far as Volbeat and Illumise, it doesn't say that they are geo-locked to the region right now. They could be, but at the same time, maybe they won't be. So definitely try it out, see it for yourself, and if I do find out before you, I will post it in this video, which is then going to lead us into tip 4. All about 7-kilometer eggs. So we do have 4 Pokemon hatching from 7Ks. I am not really the biggest fan of 7Ks, but if you guys do want this, you can go after it. And those Pokemon will be Elekid, Magby, Morelull, as well as Dedenne. So thankfully, all of them can be shinies, and the 100% IVs will be as follows. Elekid will be 689, Magby will be 756, Dedenne will be 1051, and the Morelull will be 590. So that's pretty much going to do it for everything to do with the Festival of Lights event in Pokemon Go. All the tips, strategies, but make sure to focus on that 2x hatch Stardust. I am a big fan of that, especially with all those 12-kilometer eggs. And even if you don't go after those 12-kilometer eggs like that, just having one and hatching it is going to yield you extra Stardust, which can always be a benefit to you. You don't have to be a paid-to-play to still yield a little bit more. And also, there's going to be showcases including Litwick as well as the Tadbulb as well. So make sure to try to stock up on the extra large, because it seems like that's the only thing that goes into those, and they do not encompass the extra small as of right now. Not sure why, but as of right now, that's all we've seen in the game, but it's still exciting. So good luck out there with that shiny Morelull. Great looking shiny, have fun, and most importantly, I appreciate you guys being here as always. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.